Nandip asks, what is one simple thing we can do to help stop the stigma around mental health?
Well, that's taking it to a different place, right? Mental health issues versus meditation, but that's what he's asking. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, mental health is a really broad scope, so how would we define mental health? We could talk very narrowly about anxiety. It's something a lot of people, it's the number one thing I hear people talk to me about, anxiety. And I think that's a mental health issue. And I do think one of the best antidotes to anxiety for me when I was having panic attacks and anxiety bouts was learning to be mindful, which was just learning to be present right now. And I did it by following my hands around in the day, and it let me not worry, basically, because I was forced to be present. And so it was actually a really profound tool for change for me.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Gun debates. Yeah, go ahead. Before we get into guns.
Yeah, before we get into guns. And by the way, I've done an incredible job not interrupting. I know all of you watching. I've crushed it. Are they commenting? I crushed it. Biting nails. Now the freaking, I have I'm so curious, do you know anything about, is you looking at your hands similar, is biting nails something that I'm, listen, I've got you, she knows her shit, I'm excited here. Biting nails, do you think that's a move? Do you have any idea? The way you did that, am I so at peace and pumped because I bite my nails all the time? I'm trying to figure out what that means.
Do you bite your nails all the time?
Yeah. When I'm really in an interesting spot. Okay.
My guess is that's how you're handling a type of anxiety. You're going to think and you're going to figure things out, and that's your way of doing it. I don't know if you're mindful while you're doing it or if it's an absent distraction.
No, definitely not mindful.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm just wait, fuck, I'm eating my hand. Okay, keep going.
So
Gun
that's
control.
A clue to yourself. So mindfulness would be, I'm eating my nails.
Yes.
Get curious about it. Just observe it.
Yep.
That's mindfulness.
Got it.
And it takes you from being, hijacked by your brain to going back to being the driver.
Yeah. I'm in control of my brain.
Yeah.
I feel
you're
like
biting your nails and you don't know why. I'm not sure that you are.
Well, I respect that, but that's only a micro one example. On a macro level. Anyway,
get to know you better.
Guns.
I think guns are a mental health issue.
I do too.
And so I think it's a really important thing to focus on. Learning to calm our anxiety, learning about mental health does nothing but help our entire culture in a multitude of ways. And so I would encourage both sides of the aisle to start looking at mental health, mindfulness, mental health solutions, instead of talking about highly polarizing things. Look at the deeper cause.
Do
you think there's a stigma around those solutions?
I do, and I often have people say, how do you talk about all this? Isn't it scary? And I look at them and go, have you ever not felt anxiety, jealousy, fear? Am I inventing a new emotion somebody's never come up with? No, I don't know why people don't talk about it.
I think we've made enormous progress in the last half decade. This was not even being talked. 10 years ago, this was zero.
I did a pre-tape interview for the Today Show, and we were talking about the movie that's coming out, and she said, I looked at your website. She talked to me about mindfulness the entire time. That would not have happened to me 5 years ago, 2 years ago. I was flabbergasted.
100%.
I said flabbergasted, 2 points.